What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are on our last day together for this 5th series of Building a Life of Change. Series 5 is about what holds you back, right? So we've been talking about a lot of things. We talked about the past, our influences, our fears, our habits. Have your paper, all that stuff you wrote down, have that right next to you, because there's a flip side. You're going to go to the last page of the document, and we're going to do some really serious work today. So hopefully we have forgiven our past, we've recognized our influences, determined our habits, identified our fears, and faced them. Now it's time to let loose the load. If you watch any kind of movie, TV show where there are rock climbers or anyone ascending anything, I use rock climbing as just the example. But if you've ever seen anything, if you've ever watched those type of things, or just Google it or look up on YouTube, like even people who rock climb especially, have very little. They may have a backpack like that will have some gear, like of course water, and then whenever they need to climb. But even those that, I think they're called free fall rock climbing, I don't know. They're people that carry very little. Actually, I don't think they use any equipment. They use their hands and their feet to rock climb. They have very little on them. And what they do have is basically all that they need to be successful in their climb. And I have seen some movies, and you have those moments where people have fallen and they're hanging on with a rope and someone's trying to hold them up, and there's a person hanging, and what happens is the person that is hanging, that is keeping everybody from continuing to ascend or endangering everybody, that person that's hanging, the climactic moment is they cut themselves loose so that they don't take anybody with them. It's kind of what we're going to do and work on today. We do not want to take our futures down. We do not want to impede our present progress. So we're going to cut some stuff loose. We're going to take with us what we need, what is essential for change. We are no longer going to carry senseless stuff. It's what's keeping you and holding you back. The point of this whole series. That's why I named it that. It's holding you back from progress. And what's worse is it could also be endangering others. Maybe not in the sense of safety or well-being, but it's endangering their future. Like I shared, I am very much mindful now of the influence I have on my children. And the last thing I want to do is affect their future because they learn or have seen things in me that they are now mimicking or interpreting, and that influence could affect their future. I want them to know that mom pushed herself beyond anyone else's norm to have the best life for myself. I will always have their best in mind. Always. I will always want better for them. But I want them to see also that I wanted the best for myself too. Because that will teach them to do it. I wanted to push myself beyond what anybody else thought I was capable of, because I want them to do the same. When I say we're going to let loose the load, we are going to let go of the things that are weighing you down. And we've talked about a great deal of them. There are things weighing you down. There are things holding you back. But here's the frustrating part. They don't have to. They don't have to. You could have cut some of this stuff off a long time ago. You could have cut the loss a long time ago. Here's the challenge. Don't carry it another day. Do not end this video today carrying it forward. Anything that is weighing you down and holding you back, cut it loose and don't carry it anymore. That's the frustrating part. You have the ability to cut it off. You have the ability to let it go because it's impeding your change. It's impeding your progress. It's getting in the way of the greatest you that you've ever seen. Anybody's ever seen, for that matter. It's getting in the way and you're letting it. That's the frustrating part. It's no one else's fault. I get people have terrible things happen to them. People have had terrible things happen to them. And I'm super sympathetic to that. And those of you that have gone through it and come through it, you are champions, you are heroes. And we all have things that we can say we have struggled with and come through, and we've come through stronger. And I get all of that. But what I'm telling you now is there are still some things, you're allowing things to hold you back that had something to do with that time in your life or that period of your life or that season of your life is still affecting you and holding you back now. And it's time to put that stuff back. It's time to cut it off, cut it loose, and let's make the progress. Let's make the change. But it's no one's fault. Even anyone that has done wrong to you, anybody that has hurt you, anybody that has mistreated you, whatever the situation is, those individuals have more power over you by you continuing to hold on to it. They are still winning. They're still moving on or going on with their lives. They still have the power over you. And today, you're going to cut the power off. You're going to be like the electric company and you're going to go switch it off. And you're going to restore power to yourself. That's what we're going to do. So, if you're on that last page of the document that's on our website, or you can just go ahead and write this down. I'm going to read it to you. The caption says, let loose the load. Take a look at everything that is holding you back. All the stuff we've been writing over the last couple of days. Now, what will you let go of to see change in your life? I want you to go back to the list we've made, right? In the last, from my past, the influences, habits, and fears. Go look at those. And you're going to pull specifics from each of those lists, and we're going to repeat this for each thing. On the document 1 through 10, and you can do more, but 1 through 10, from the lists, I want you to write the things you're going to let go of. The things you're going to let loose today. You're going to write them in those spots, and then you're going to say it like this. I am willing and wanting to build a life of change. I know that I am capable. I know that I am worthy. I know that I am worth it. I know that I deserve it. Change is what is best for me. To change, I will let loose, and this is where you write the things in. I'll give you some examples. I will let loose my failure to start a business, my fear of judgment, my spending habits, my bad influences. You're going to write them down, read all that out loud, and say them out loud. I want you to say them out loud. Read each one, read that whole thing, say it out loud, then read this, and then you're going to sign and date it. I am making this promise to myself. Although change is hard, I will let these things go and learn to believe in myself. Nothing can stop me but me. Sign and date it. And then you're going to let it go. Everything you write down, every pen or pencil stroke that you make, let it go and leave it right there on that paper. That's how you're going to see change. I love you. I hope you understand. I know you can do this, and I know it's difficult, but it's time to leave it there. Cut it loose, let it go, and let's go make some change together.
So catch me if I